What's up everybody, and welcome to another edition of the RC Spot. Okay, today I have kind of an exciting episode. Something I knew I wanted to do pretty much right away besides wheels and tires. But some update first. I don't know if you can tell, one tire's missing. I was rallying around the other day, and after I got done, I was literally driving my little truck back to my car and the wheel just fell off. So lost the nut, and I was looking at ordering them. It was gonna take forever. Shout out to RC, one that I got the sticker on now. He actually had a set of the little guy racing ones because he was gonna build the TRX4M, and he ended up not doing it. So he had these laying around and just gave them to me. So good buddy over there, and I'm actually gonna link his stuff right here so you can go check him out. But he hooked me up with that. But that is the first thing. Second thing is these crawler gears, the ones from Injora. Apparently they're like 59% underdrive. Like I've been complaining, my biggest complaint on this has been the slow crawl. I don't want to be doing 2 upgrades at a time. I did order the bearing kit conversion as well. I'm gonna do that in 2 phases, so I can kind of see how it affects it. Since I'm taking the transmission apart, I'm just gonna change the bearings in there. And then on another day, I will change out the diff ones and wheel hub ones. So we can kind of see how that goes. Hopefully I get a little less binding, because especially after putting these wheels and tires on, I have gotten some pretty bad binding. I did order a new servo as well, because the steering servo on this, since adding these tires, has not been the happiest. So keep tuned for that, and that one should be here shortly. But yeah, let's get right into this. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on. Before I throw these on, I'm actually gonna do some testing. I'm not super scientific, but I'm gonna set up a little straight line race. So today I come at you with some good news and bad news. Mainly bad news, sort of. I was doing the bearing kit and the transmission gears for the crawling gears, and I'm new, so don't hate me, but I pushed the pinion gear on too far, and I was trying to get it back out, and I actually broke the motor. I don't know if you can see that popping out there. So kind of embarrassing how I did it. I was just using way too much force for these little trucks, but it was like not wanting to go on there, and then once it did go on there, it went way too far. So learned my lesson, but kind of an expensive lesson. And shout out to Traxxas, because even though I did kind of destroy it and even kept going to try to get this off so I can use it on another build, motor still turns, but as you can see, it's not gonna work because this is just popping out, and the motor does definitely sound like it is struggling. So, but shout out that it went through hell and still made it work. So I did order a new motor. I wanted to go brushless anyways eventually, so I wasn't just gonna buy another Traxxas motor. So a little bit of change of plans. Instead of doing 1 upgrade at a time, we are gonna do a pretty big overhaul, because I did get the brushless system from Injora. It's actually gonna be here later today, so I can't show you it yet. But just since I'm doing that already, I'm going to just do the whole bearing conversion kit, just because I've heard that it can help limit the stress on a lot of these plastic underlinks. And since I'm adding more power to it, just to help try not to get them to break as soon as possible, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the whole bearing conversion kit. And then while I have everything taken apart, I am gonna go ahead and change the servo out as well, since I have it. And I'm already kind of going across my plans. So it'll be a big overhaul. I don't know how I'm gonna do the breakdown of these videos, but it will be a pretty big overhaul. I am gonna go ahead and get started on the bearing kit right now, servo right now, and the ESC and the motor are on their way from Amazon. So also got a new transmitter as well, just because Traxxas is so, have to work with them. So be here in a little bit, and for now I'm just gonna go ahead and get into switching all that over. What's up guys? I'm actually coming at you a couple weeks after recording that last video. I realized with everything I was doing to it, I realized I never actually made a summary video to end it all off. So that's what I'm gonna go over today. It is a couple weeks later, so there's a couple more things I've done to this so far, but I can still go over everything I did in this video. So initially this all started because I was switching over to the metal crawling gears, and that started a whole snowball full of things. So I broke the motor trying to put the pinion gear on. So I ended up going the whole brushless system. I did order the servo because after doing the wheels and tires, I realized the stock servo was not very happy. So I did order that servo, and since I was doing so much at once, I figured might as well do all the parts I had. I did the bearing kit all the way through in the axles and up here in the trans. And I'll be honest, I was expecting big things from that bearing kit because online everyone was saying it's a huge upgrade. I didn't think so as much, and I think it's hard because I did so much at once that it was hard. It does still bind sometimes, mainly when steering, and I think that's just because the 4M has such a wide steering angle that it does sometimes bind in the rocks. It does seem to bind a lot less like under power and those little things. So it is noticeable. I think it's just overshadowed because this brushless system has been the biggest upgrade I've done so far. I would say even if I was to do this again and I could only pick one upgrade, I would do just the brushless system. The slow crawl in this initially in the stock 4M was really bad. Really bad. It was so jumpy, you'd barely pull the trigger and you would zoom zoom. So it had essentially no slow crawl, even with a super controlled finger. So doing that and the crawling gears with the stock 2S battery, the wheel speed was down quite a bit. So I actually did end up getting a 3S battery as well. Probably won't do a whole video for the 3S battery, so I'll just throw it in on this one. Going 3S got me a lot of that wheel speed back. So you can actually see, still got quite a bit of wheel speed even with those crawling gears. Plenty for what I need. But the slow crawl, you can see here, you can go pretty much as slow as you want. I could talk for 10 minutes, this thing would still be on camera, just going so slow. When I first did it, I'll put a clip here of me driving it around. But I had the mesh set way too tight and it was loud. It was super loud. It was like screaming. And I've been kind of tinkering around with the mesh. I'm still trying to find the good, but you can hear here I might have it too loose. It rattles just at the slowest speeds, but I didn't want it too tight because I heard that's how you blow your motors, and then these brushless systems aren't cheap. So I figured I'd rather burn through gears than motors, so I'd rather have it more loose than more tight was my thought. The other big thing was the servo. I went with the Injora 11 kilogram servo, and this thing has been super nice. I haven't even used it on the 7.4 volts. I've kept it on 6 volts because it is so powerful still. When it's like in the rocks and everything and it has its weight on it, it will still steer super fast. So super fast, super responsive, and can move a lot of weight. I've seen it move full rocks out of the way. So that has been a huge change as well, because after I did the wheels and tires initially, my servo was not happy. So I knew it was going out and it was time anyways. So, but yeah, and then the crawling gears and the brushless system though has been by far, if I could do one upgrade, that's all I would do, because it has been a huge change just getting that slow crawl down. But yeah, there's only a couple more things I have to do to this until it's pretty much just in the dialing in phase. You can see I actually have the LCG chassis on there. I'll go over a whole video on that because that has been super nice. But as far as this whole overhaul, I know it all started with just the trans gears, but that dang pinion broke my motor, and working with Traxxas, I had to overhaul everything. So I did go with the Meus receiver and transmitter too. For the price, this thing's amazing. I was looking at a couple Fly Skies. I would just stick with this. For 40 bucks, it is way better than, for what I need, it was way better than stock and has everything I need on it, all of the adjustments and everything. So definitely big shout out to Meus. That's what I would go with if I were you guys looking at this. The only thing is the receiver's a little big. The one they send you with is a 8-channel. So it's pretty big, especially in these mini ones. It's hard to get it to fit anywhere super conveniently. They do sell a 4-channel that apparently is almost half the size, but I do want to get some rock lights, a light bar, a couple more lights on it. So I think I'm gonna need more than 4 channels anyway, so I'm just making it work. But as far as this whole overhaul, it has been a huge night and day difference. It is a completely different rig. It's super capable. Now with the weight from the tires and the slow crawl, it is really, really, really capable now. So only a couple things I want to do left now. It's just the shocks and axles are the next big things. And then it's just kind of tweaking everything and switching everything over to metal. So, but thank you for watching. Oh, I did want to throw this in there. I did pick up this 10th scale from Facebook Marketplace, this base camp. It's a SCX 10.3 base camp. It's used, already has some upgrades done to it, but there's still a decent amount I want to do to this thing. So stay tuned for some 10th scale content as well. And I am pre-ordering the SCX 30, so we're gonna have the whole range of sizes here. So I did want to thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.